Ian, what are you having for dinner?
So yeah, I mentioned I'm putting some tendies of Megan in my mouth. It's Megan chicken from Thunderbird, the Korean style spicy soy flavor.
So as I know, I was gonna say I know we have this discussion from time to time, but like, is Thunderbird we've got a lot of like fried chicken joints.
Oh god, yeah, a lot of Korean fried chicken. Well, most of them good.
Is Thunderbird like your go-to typically?
Oh, absolutely not. It is right now because it's the only one that delivers via DoorDash.
Yeah.
But other chicken places are available.
I really enjoy Chimac in Victoria.
Oh, Chimac's very good.
Chimac is really good if you're looking for like I find their chicken just on its own tastes really, really good. Like just like your classic sort of fried chicken. Because they do paddock there, which is like with the green onions and stuff on top.
Yeah.
And they also have this like horseradish sauce that is so good. I'm all for the horseradish sauce, and sometimes like I'll just order paddock and then like an extra order of the regular fried chicken just to like have left over and get like the. I really want to figure out how to just make like a homemade horseradish sauce because I feel like it'd be really good.
That could be pretty easy to do too. The making of the Korean fried chicken with the pressure frying is definitely not something that's easy to do at home.
Yeah. I mean, like, so there's a lot of Korean fried chicken places, and then I think like the other big thing that Victoria has a lot of is like Vietnamese. Or not, Vietnamese like joints and stuff like that. Like, there's a million different like various pun faux.
Oh yeah,
kind of places.
Faux boy, faux true.
Yeah. And what it was like, so it was like nothing but those, like faux ever.
I was actually considering getting pho tonight, but I need to find out if they're the kind of places that will do the thing where they give you the broth and the noodles in separate containers. Because if that's the case, that'll be fantastic because I can keep that to the end of the night and then just reheat the broth to maximum.
I think the place that I usually order, they do that. It's I think it's Faux True that typically does that. Yeah, I know. What's so great about it, though, is there was a new place
They're always puns.
Well, that's the thing, though. There typically are, but there's a newer place that opened up, maybe like in the last like year or two, and it's just called Alyssa's. It just completely breaks the naming convention.
Well, my favorite place does not have one of the. It's the. I won't try to pronounce it because it's not a faux pun. It's not a faux name, for that matter. But it was the first place I went back to, this is a few months ago, even, after the lockdown occurred. And that was when I got the my regular status at a place. Because the owner came out and said to me, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?" I'm like, "How are you doing? I'm so glad you're still open." That's
such a good feeling. Yeah, exactly. The place that I get that from is Shine. Cafe here in town, and it's gotten to the point where because they've got the tables like socially distanced and all that kind of jazz. And then if it's full, you sort of like line up 6 feet away from each other, or 6 whatever's away from each other, and they'll see me in line. And they'll prep a table and like my coffee order and stuff like in advance.
No, you've got your table now.
You got super regular status.
That's well done.
Oh, it's so good. And like because typically Wednesday morning is like my day off. Like that's when I'll go. And Nicole is in school right now, but she's doing classes at home, and they're just like, "Oh, you should bring something home to her." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, definitely. I'll grab this." And they're like, "Great. Did you want a coffee with that?" And I'll be like, "No." And I was like, "No, that's fine. Like we've got coffee at home." And they're like, "No. Do you want special coffee with that?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." So they'll pour like a little bit of Bailey's in the coffee, and I'll bring it home to TQ and stuff. And yeah, the special coffee. And I've gotten to the point now where I usually will have like I'll either put like Kahlua or like Irish cream or something in mine because I think it was something I like grew up with. Not that I was drinking it, but it was like that was what my dad did, you know, when I was a kid, like always in the morning, like there was always a Kahlua bottle, like beside the coffee machine, kind of a thing. And
called alcoholism.
no, okay, no, it's just like he just had like he just had like a little bit in his morning. That's the way that I've kind of followed suit, I think, in that.
Every now and then, I like to put a couple fingers of Alberta Premium in a morning coffee, just if it's gonna be a slow day, and I'm thinking, yeah, time to treat myself.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Matt.
Welcome back, Matt.
Hi.
What'd you get for lunch?
Yeah.
Or dinner, I guess.
I got chicken and ribs.
Ooh.
From Earl? Yeah. Oh wait, you don't live in Victoria.
No. I ordered from Juke Fried Chicken.
Oh.
I got a quarter slab of ribs with 2 pieces of fried chicken and cornbread, jalapeno cornbread. And then I got this delicious cookie, which is a peanut butter cookie with chocolate chunks and pretzel chunks in it.
That's
very tasty. But I realized, and thus the reason I was muted, is that the pretzel chunks are crunchy, and so as a consequence, I didn't want to crunch my way through the background, so I muted myself. And then when you called on me, I was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't read.
It's okay. Not a problem.